I've asked the Chief of Staff to this issue of the National Cathedral.
At the National Thanksgiving Service, yes, a honor I say, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on near Software Kukudam, me to say Arjanasari, Archbishop Duncan Williams, also Ben Pamo, Salifu Akumuni na Kupi Wase. Now within this same meeting, and as a service, not just say the Chairman General said Dunketia Lordina Mahama, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Nano Bukwajiman, and then call 42 in no more Honomubi. Ghana mine. Now some John Dramani Mahama de able to join and say Eddie Kaino school feeding no one sense concerning the free education. I just say that is a journey in honum, but chronicle school mono. They say according to John Dramani Mahama, or say what directed the Chief of Staff say a journey what tema warehouses na I say Nanado Danko Kufa the Kokrabaye, Sank Yemfa and solve drought, which is a community or northern region honum. Was it say Sajuani now honum, and then a good one for 1 year, but he's going to make sure say Sajuani or better diverting in the various SHSs because of said the GES and then the Ministry of Education at that time or the Minister of Education, Dr. Yao or Sayadutu, no massording, or my futu, when Charles, which is the Conference of the Headmaster Assistant Society. When they say Sebi, any coin said your man carnival school on the 3rd of January. But the GES together with the Ministry of Education, almost wording, but also on a day, Abusia, and on a hano, but Obegu so nice while distributed na ama various SHSs.
As we speak, we have a challenge currently with feeding students in secondary schools, as the Ghana Education Service insisted that schools must reopen on the 3rd of January, contrary to the advice of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. As a stopgap measure, I've asked the Chief of Staff to work with the Ghana Education Service to allocate and evacuate food that is currently held in warehouses in Tema, which this food was imported by the outgone government in response to the drought that occurred last year. But in this emergency, we need to use some of that food to feed our students so that education can continue.
From there, John Dramani Mahama mentioned of the National Cathedral. In fact, according to Sraj, now we said the National Cathedral, no, there has to be an audit because there are some things there, they are not logical, they are not normal. Every say asofu for any be edisikano to the extent say asofu for any be we catch a sign. Omu meet no muko yeni na concerning the National Cathedral. Oma anchore minutes. Na same way, usi de yakoka. So wutimi ko meeting, wutimi catch a sign. Secretary anchore minutes. Esa say na ni rest. So you people sat there, Omanum see, Omanum so Secretary Refi say obetray minute. John Dramani Mahama said, well, the rest is assured. He's going to make sure say we audit the whole National Cathedral. And then this time around, or see anyone who is involved there, he will make sure say you beji sika. From there, John Mahama also mentioned of say Sebi, that National Cathedral now the $400 million CM. I say better than bosom. I say so he's going to make sure say now the National Cathedral will be converted to a hospital, which is a Christian hospital, which will cost $13 million because Abuja, yes, which is in the Nigeria. Yes, a Christian hospital be one and no kakraka fefe nini na abone $13 million. So how come say Omanya Yeniska Omanya Nemamuayede I was here spending $400 million to build a cathedral.
On the vexed issue of the National Cathedral, vexed issue of the National Cathedral. The Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice directed government to audit the project and investigate any misuse of public funds. Government is enjoined to follow this directive and will soon activate such an investigation into the project. But on the future of the project, the cathedral, I believe that all of us as Christians must forge a consensus on how to achieve such a project without recourse to public funds. And this project must be achieved at a reasonable cost. In the current circumstances that Ghana is going through, it makes no sense to achieve such a project at a whopping sum of $400 million. I am informed that the National Ecumenical Center in Abuja, which is used by all Christian faith in Nigeria, was built at a cost of $30 million. I believe that we can reach a more reasonable figure for achieving such a project, and together we can raise the funding for it. Such a reconsideration of this project might even include changing the current site that was chosen for the project.
John Dramani Mahama also assured Ghanaians say under his government, obe make sure say anyone obenya appointment biano. Ejumani a finching. So to those of you who are most any CV, no. I see you people are looking for trouble. Yes, or some more per house. We say this time around the thing is not about business. This time around the thing is about the country. It is about what? Ghana. So obi out the obenya position biano as a minister, as chief executive officer, and as being biano. But say remember, say you are going to account to the people of Ghana. Na sa we are born in so anya afi no obeye be ya de adwuma no ebedu.
As leaders, we are called to serve with integrity and accountability. And Proverbs 29 verse 2 reminds us, and I quote, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." I therefore pledge before you, my holy fathers, to lead a government that is transparent, that is accountable, and focused on justice and fairness, as you just exhorted us here today. We'll strengthen the fight against corruption relentlessly, knowing that it undermines the very fabric of our society. Any persons who find themselves appointed to public office has to be made aware that they will be held to the highest ethical and professional standards.
So that's the Excellency himself, John Dramani Mahama. Yes, as you can see that the Vice President of the Republic, Jane Nana Okukwuajiman, Lordina Mahama, Her Excellency, no muni na so yeden ewo honum. Ebusuya, the matter of the National Cathedral issue, it is not an easy thing because you can spend $58 million on just a whole. They are nice assembly serious. Now, so for now, we can eminent so ha yebeba. Ahanum BJ show so kai so be subscribe. After you see we are link in the map, and the next thing is you leave a comment.